just uncheck any of the ones we don't want, right?
Yes.
So just the business.
And then I think towards the bottom left, it should tell you how far back you want to bring in your transactions.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Might be on the next screen. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm not seeing your current screen right now.
okay.
If you did, it,
Oh, December. Oh, February.
We can do January, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't think it's letting us go back. Earliest you can do is 2-2, okay. Almost done.
it's okay. It doesn't really take that long once you're connected.
Yeah, it says connecting.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. And you are able to link multiple checking, savings, or even credit card accounts if you wanted to.
Okay.
So, we could link our credit card that we use for the business as well.
Yes. And then it would do the same. So the way you categorize your banking transactions, you would be able to categorize your credit card transactions as well.
Okay, I think it's all done.
Okay, well, let's go here back to banking.
Banking.
Okay, so let's go ahead and, so a couple of things before we continue on to the bottom section of this, or to your 519 transactions that need to be categorized. Go ahead and close here. And if you need to link additional accounts, you simply come to click here, right?
Okay.
If
link
you
account,
notice
okay.
it, I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
If you notice it says updated moments ago, typically these accounts will update every 24 hours. If they don't, then you can update yourself by clicking the update link over here.
Okay.
The other thing is if you have any pending transactions with your bank or credit card, they will not be transferred over to QuickBooks until they are cleared with your bank. Okay, and so you notice that you have 519 transactions that need to be reviewed. These transactions, even though they are in QuickBooks, they are not yet affecting your books in any way because they have not been categorized into your chart of accounts.
Okay.
Okay. If you notice also, there's a category match here. So QuickBooks is trying to get to know you, and so it thinks it's categorizing accordingly to what, it might be, or may not be the correct account. This doesn't mean it's correct, like I said, so you don't have to go with this. QuickBooks will get to know you the more you categorize and make and create roles within your bank. It'll get to know you, and then eventually these will be accurate, and you can simply add them if you didn't have a role for them.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess to start off, this is where you come to categorize your transactions into your chart of accounts. And I guess do you have anything on here, and I'm sure you have many things on here that are recurring.
Yeah.
Go ahead and select a transaction that's one, recurring,
So
and
this,
two, always goes to the same expense account.
so on this highlighted portion, the business ACH payroll expenses, that's not actually how could we change the category? we have to go to the
Well,
charts of accounts first.
no,
Okay.
no. So, and that's why I told you, don't listen to this for now. This
Okay.
is not correct. If you click on here,
Yeah.
you're able to,
Ah.
yeah, you're able to, one, add your vendor or
Uh-huh.
customer, and then change your category here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but that's what I was telling you. Can you select one of your transactions here from your bank that has, that you know you went, maybe you spent money there once a week, or maybe a couple times a month, or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, the Audi, the car.
Okay. Now, we could do this one, but the only thing with the car is that you may have to talk to your accountant and see if you want to create like a liability account, because sometimes these accounts you have to, it's a long-term liability kind of thing, so you
Mhm.
do, you may want to categorize them different for that.
Okay.
Maybe, do you have like, meal purchases, gas?
Gas, the Costco one, if it says.
Okay,
No, that's not that one. Go to the notes.
is this one?
Yeah,
Also,
she was.
hard to use that. This-
Okay,
that's
and
all.
you
Or
would
she
say
would-
you go to Costco for gas, every time?
No. It's
No,
once
he
every-
wants to pick another one.
Once every 3 months.
Okay. And just make sure it's something that every time you go to that place, you're gonna always categorize it the same way. Like if it was like gas station, maybe it would be Chevron, or Shell, say you always go to Shell, it's obviously always gas. Costco, but that one did say Costco gas. Maybe
Yes.
regular Costco, going to the store Costco, it would just say Costco.
Oh, okay, yeah, that probably was Costco, yeah. Yeah, right there.
Use this. Because we use the checking is actually just the merchant and some payable like the lease or expenses, because everything is charged on the credit card that this
that
is
would
credit
be-
card.
And then you probably will benefit from having your card link here,
Okay.
because it will be so easy to
Yeah,
categorize
because
your stuff.
as you can see, it's pretty standard here because everything is linked to the credit charge on the credit card. Can you go to the credit card?
Yeah, well, and even like for the deposits, if these are deposits for services, and this is essentially how you can record them into your income. You can also create rules for that. Did you want to link your credit card right now, or do you want to?
Can we actually? We'll start on this one first. I just want to see the daily, the weekly deposit. Can we categorize it, because it's on a weekly basis. We make a deposit every week.
For which one?
Deposit.
Then to this business account, we usually make deposits. Like there's one,
Okay.
there's one on 9-2.
Which one is that?
That's that one right there.
Yeah, like this
Deposit,
one.
yeah.
It's pretty regular.
Now, would it say deposit like this every single time?
Yeah,
Let me just take a look.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so just like this. Okay, well, go ahead and click on it.
Uh huh.
Okay, and for some reason it moves me to the bottom, to the top.
Do I have to click on it more? Or?
Just click on deposit, on any deposit transaction. That, I would imagine all the deposit transactions are the same, right?
Uh huh. I clicked on it. I don't know. It's supposed to do something.
Right here?
Oh, there it is. There
There
it
you
is.
go.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, what you're gonna do is on this area right here, you're gonna create what is a customer or a vendor, or however it is that you wanna file these deposits.
Okay.
Because usually that's insurance check payments.
Okay, so you can save it, say it's your customer essentially, right?
And just add new, is that what it is, or?
Yeah, go ahead and click add new and then, and name it and then save.
Just insurance checks?
However it is that you wanna save it.
Okay. that's
Whatever
good.
it is that you're gonna remember and it's gonna be, working for you.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're gonna categorize that, right here.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna, it's gonna be an income, I suppose, right? So
Yep,
look
yep.
for your income accounts, they're further down.
Oh,
It typically starts with the expense accounts because typically that's, you have more expenses from here. But there's,
because they're paying for service, so would it be under services, or?
these are your income accounts, so you choose whichever one is appropriate for you. There's services, sales of products, income.
I'm thinking
Can you
services.
go and use the
Okay.
whole category?
And so what we can do is, if you categorized
It's
it,
right there, it's insurance company.
I don't know if it'd be would it be under insurance claims, or would it be under services, do you think?
well, it would be, if you want to categorize as an income, is this an income account, or is this what does this say, does this say?
It doesn't say
what else does
it doesn't say anything on there that I'm aware of. I can't see what the whole thing is.
Other income, okay, so it's other income insurance claims.
Okay.
If you want to categorize it there, it's up to you. You can definitely do whichever one you want.
Okay.
Yeah, we can check on it because we on the other office we have we have charge
Okay.
of like account that we could actually follow and modify it just like in this office. So,
Okay. Well, so what you're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and create a role so that every time it says deposit like it does here,
Uh-huh.
it's automatically gonna go into this account, right?
Okay.
Is that gonna be accurate for you?
Yes.
Yeah, for now, yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and click create a role.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna name that role. You can name it, like you said, insurance,
Okay.
okay? And we're gonna say every time there's money coming in to this account,
Mm-hmm.
as a deposit,
Mm-hmm.
it should go to this category and it's gonna be from this payee, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then, here you're gonna auto add. If you click on test rule right here,
Uh-huh.
it'll tell you how many, you have 44 transactions that would be a part of this rule
Okay.
right now.
Yep.
Okay? So if you save, those 44 transactions will automatically be categorized for you,
Okay.
as well as future transactions.
Okay. So that way we can see deposits every time just in that one category.
Yes,
All right, that'll be good.
that's exactly what would happen. Now, you also have these other ones,
Uh-huh.
but you see how it doesn't say deposit, it says
Right.
is it service march?
That's merchants deposit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay,
is
so,
credit card payments.
Yes.
okay. And I'm having either I need to have my glasses on or your screen is very tiny.
Oh,
But
that's weird.
That's okay. I'm fine.
That one is also on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you come here to categorize, do you see how easy that was to just get rid of that many transactions at once with just creating a role?
Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah, I see that.
Now, there's a few that say something more, like this one,
Right.
and, a few of them. So I don't know if those would apply to this. But in the event that you needed to change those, you can simply come here, to this area, and change it to a different income account.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think those are something else.
And that's probably what's gonna happen because it's so vague, it's just deposit.
Right.
But like I said, if you click on here,
Mm-hmm.
so go ahead and click on this transaction.
Can you fix it now?
Do you want it to be the same as the other one?
No, it's an income alone.
Yes.
Essentially what you could do, you could undo But if you wanted to fix it from here, you could, and you would fix it here in this account setting.
Okay.
So you would click on here and then choose the other, whatever account you want to put it under.
Okay. What do you want to put it below?
That's not the right amount. That's what you see.
Oh, let me go back. How do we get out of this one?
You could just close it.
Okay,
Click on the 20,000 on top.
hold on. Yep. And then,
So that's not an income, it's actually personal loan to the business, so.
And you can change it here.
Uh-huh.
okay.
So if you click on here, it should give you a down arrow.
Oh,
And you could even add a memo and a description so you know what this is for.
okay.
And scroll through the accounts.
Loans to others. That's it. Do you see one? Expense.
There's a few liability accounts right there.
A long-term business loan.
Yeah, you can do that for now, huh?
Okay.
And then, so if that's, you could, like I said, you could add a memo, and you can change this as well.
Okay.
So if this was received from someone different, you could click on that.
Click on it.
Okay. Yep. Just add new.
And then here, you could add who it was received from, add new.
On this side, you mean over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, click on Union Money.
Okay. Just save. Okay. Okay.
And then if you want, you can add a description here, or a memo down here
Okay.
as to what it is.
Let's put this is on the out.
Okay, and then when you're done, you can save and click the down arrow and do save and close.
And this, you said just click here now and save?
And down here at the bottom right,
Okay.
in the green area and the down arrow,
Oh,
and click save and close.
okay.
Okay, you can close that screen.
Okay.
All right, so it changed it to
Yep.
that.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So that looks right. So just like that, you can edit, make changes from here. If you wanted to, keep that rule, you just have to make sure that you know.
Okay.
Now the other thing, you were on the edit rule option, right? I was gonna see something while you were there. Go ahead and click on it again.
On this?
On that rule, to edit the rule.
Oh, where's that at?
That's okay. We'll go into it right now. So did you see how easy that was to create a transaction? Or?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. If you come here for review, so you're gonna do the same thing in your credit card. And if in your credit card you have a lot of recurring, say meal expenses, gas and whatnot, you're gonna wanna create a rule for every customer or vendor or for every transaction, everything every payee that's recurring, okay?
Uh-huh.
If you click here on for review, do you have any other questions here as far as maybe categorizing something else?
My screen isn't showing anything. It just says the banking right there, so I don't know.
Go ahead and click refresh.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not seeing your screen. Did yours update?
Yes, it says banking now.
Okay. It's barely, okay, now it's refreshed.
Yep.
Okay, so, here, do you have any other questions here? Say for instance, Costco gas, do you think you have multiple transactions for Costco
No.
gas?
Not too many, no. I think we just used it that one time.
Okay, well, if for instance, you do have vendors where you just use it that one time, you can click on it. So if you wanna go ahead and click on this one,
Mm-hmm.
and you would do the same thing, except instead of creating a rule, you would add the transaction. Did it open up for you?
Yeah, but then it closed up. I think I'm clicking it way too many times. There you go.
Okay. So right here, if you click, you see, click Costco gas,
Uh-huh.
it would ask, and then you can save it,
Okay.
and then it should appear as a payee.
Mm-hmm.
And then here you just categorize it accordingly.
Okay. Vehicle expense, okay.
If that's where you want to leave it, then you would click add right here.
Okay.
So just like that, that's how easy it is to categorize.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind that if you do add your credit card, you're able to create rules that affect both your accounts.
Mhm.
So if you, in the event that you did spend, say, get money for gas in both accounts, and it was the same, it would apply. You could apply it to both accounts so that it could, the rules could apply to both.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me here in banking?
I think I can work through that.
Okay. If you come here to your rules,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and click here. So this is the one we created.
Okay.
If you need to edit it, you could come here to edit.
Okay.
And if you can, go ahead and click on that for me. Go ahead and click this drop down arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we could put is exactly so that it doesn't drag in anything else other
Okay.
than deposit.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can hit save. Okay, if you needed to, if you go to the drop-down arrow, if you need to copy, disable, or delete the rule, that's where you would do it.
Okay.
Now, to create new rules, you can do it here also, but I highly suggest you do it from the banking screen where
Okay.
we did this one, simply because it pre-populates some of the fields for
Okay.
you. Okay? And then finally, here in receipts, are you planning on uploading receipts to QuickBooks?
No.
No.
No? Okay, well, if you ever did, just know that your QuickBooks mobile app is super easy to upload receipts, and it generates information so that you can match your receipts to your transactions if you needed to do that. Okay? And the other thing with the QuickBooks mobile app is the mileage. You're able to track mileage if you need to on your phone.
Okay.
And it's, you activate the app and it easily tracks your mileage for you. Alrighty, and then finally, we'll go ahead and go to reports. And of course, this is where you will know the health of your business and the profitability. As I mentioned, the more transactions you put into your chart of accounts, that's where that's what's going to generate your reports. Okay. If you ever find a report further down that you really like, you can click on the start to make it green, and it'll come here to the top with your favorites.
Right.
Go ahead and click on profit and loss. And so your profit and loss, of course, is what's gonna give you the bottom line, your
Mhm.
total, income as well as your expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you see here, this is some of the transactions you added earlier for,
Okay. Oh, okay.
insurance claims.
Right.
And then this is the vehicle gas that you categorized,
Okay.
okay? So you see how the other transactions listed there for review are still not here in your books because they're not affecting your books until you categorize them.
Oh.
Yep, so if you click on this dollar amount here,
Mm-hmm.
it'll give you a transaction report of all your transactions in that specific account. The reason you're not seeing more right now, if you click here on the back button, is because the others are from last year.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you click here
Uh-huh.
and go to last year, or last year to date, maybe, further down, last month, a little further down,
Okay.
and then click run report. Did it not do last year?
No, I guess not.
Unless you only had one transaction.
It
but go ahead
says
and
to
click
right
on
here,
back.
cause that says to 2/2/22.
Oh.
So I don't know why it would be that. There we go.
There it is. So yeah, that's all your, so you know, this is another good way to come and look to see if there's any mistakes. Say for instance, maybe some of these are not insurance claims, then you can definitely recategorize them to the right transaction,
Right.
to the right account. Okay? And again, from here, you're able to click on these and you're able to edit them from there like we did the other one in banking.
Okay.
Okay? If you go up, and you can click on it right now, so you want to click on this one just to see how it looks, it's going to go right back to your, to the transaction where you can edit.
Okay. Okay, that was before and then change it. Okay.
Yep, you can change it if you want.
Okay. I can do that later.
Okay, so you can close out of here. And then here at the very top, if you scroll up, you can go back to your report summary. The other thing with these profit reports, you're able to email them, print them, and export them to Excel or PDF file.
Okay.
You're also able to customize them and save that customization for future use.
Okay.
Okay? And the same thing with your balance sheet. The balance sheet, of course, is a snapshot of how the health of your business, you can look at it if you want. Go ahead and click on that.
Oh.
So basically, so your balance sheet will give you your total assets and your total liabilities and equity. So here is the long-term business loan that you added to long-term liabilities.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And here's your bank account, which is an asset.
Mm-hmm.
And once, of course, everything reconciles and balances and you add all your transactions, then the amounts might change.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, this is pretty much the gist of how your balance sheet will look. Of course, the more you add to it, the more accurate and informative it'll be for you. But here again, you are able to click on the dollar amounts if you want to see specific transactions.
Okay.
And those are the things you categorized.
And how do I go back? I just hit the back button.
Now, right here to back to report summary.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much the same thing with this one. You're able to email and print all your reports, export them to PDF or Excel, and you know, and that's pretty much it. They're very, very simple to use in reality. So do you have any further questions for me within QuickBooks?
What about the payroll? How do you enter the payroll? Because there's a different company who do our payroll.
Can we add our payroll here to this without?
Yes, you can
okay.
add QuickBooks payroll.
No, we
So
don't
if
want
you
to,
go-
we don't want to add, we just want to, add our payroll to there without, not necessarily purchase it from QuickBooks, but adding
Oh,
our
I see.
information.
So you want to add your data, basically, your
Correct.
numbers and stuff?
Yes.
You definitely, you would have to, of course, create the appropriate chart of accounts that you need. And then the other, now, I don't know which company you use for payroll, but we do have third-party apps right here. If you click on that, that might be linkable or that share information with QuickBooks. We do have, like, for instance, I think Gusto, or, there's, I don't know if there's, one that, if yours links to QuickBooks, but, you can definitely search for it here.
Right.
Otherwise, you would have to, like I said, create your chart of accounts and make sure your entries are in there every time.
I'm just checking to see if you have OnPay. Doesn't look like it, right?
Probably, no, it would have popped up by now.
Okay. Didn't find it. Okay.
But yeah, definitely, that's what you would have to do, is create chart of accounts for that.
So everything is actually done on the computer. Is it actually uploaded in the clouds or no? So if you,
Yes.
All this is kept
Everything
online.
is saved in the cloud.
Okay.
okay.
It's
So
cloud-based.
okay.
So I can actually check on this, say if my iPad at home or something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can work on it from anywhere you want. Even your mobile phone, you can send invoices and check out transactions and, like I said, do mileage, invoice somebody, upload the receipts and all that from your mobile app as well. So yeah, it's very, very on the go. It is, you're able to access it anywhere pretty much.
So for the accountant purposes, we have to ask him what exactly he needs at the end of the year to do the taxes, or what is there anything that QuickBooks usually have a checklist that you see sent to your CPA?
Well, typically it's going to be up to your CPA to ask
Okay.
you. They
gonna
might
be-
work differently, but in general, when you close out every month, make sure every month is looking good and closing out, right? There's a list of things that you have to do every month to make sure it's reconciled and whatnot. Your accountant will more than likely ask you for various reports, and then based on those reports, he might say, okay, you need to complete some adjusting journal entries, for your books to be to correct some things on your books, and then he'll ask you for more reports, and then from that he typically will probably generate your income taxes and whatnot.
But the reports he needs are usually the reports that you see on the reports category, right?
Yes, yes. Anything he asks for will probably be here. Now, the other option too is if you come to, let's see, go ahead and click on My Accountant.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to invite your accountant over to look at your chart of your QuickBooks if you wanted to. By simply
okay.
adding his email, you're inviting him to view your books. Do keep that in mind, that they do have access to everything in your books, if you're okay with that. But I'm sorry?
He was saying that he thought it was only one user, but this is just not necessarily a user. This is just somebody to get reports and stuff, right?
Yep. This is just for your accountant.
Okay.
It's not for, you do have one user for QuickBooks.
Okay.
But as far as your accountant goes, you can invite your accountant over
Okay.
via this email link.
But there's no extra charge for that, right?
I'm sorry?
There's no extra charge for that.
No.
Okay.
No, there's no extra charge for this.
Okay.
Also, if you don't have an accountant and you want to look for a pro advisor, a QuickBooks Pro advisor in your area, this is where you can go to find, a bookkeeper or accountant in your area that might also be able to help you.
Or
QuickBooks
there's a list of bookkeeper too on that Pro Help.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can click on it right now if you want.
Okay.
The Find Pro. It gives you like a radius, of your, of bookkeepers in your local area.
Okay, so we can do.
And then you tell them what you want to look and this, what you need and.
What would you want to be under?
Detail.
Say again? Medical, there we go. Okay. All right, that's good.
Okay, so do you have additional questions for me at the time?
What would be, you have, there's videos on here too, to look at more stuff and kind of go over it, correct?
Yes, so what I'm gonna do right now, after our call, I will send you an email, because we go through quite a bit of information and it's fast, but
Yes.
we also go through a brief overview of all that QuickBooks, entails and does, because it does much more than that, right?
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is send you a quick email, and I'm gonna include links to everything we reviewed. And if you want, I can give you, I can send you additional links to other things that you can think of off the top of your head. If you wanna, if you can think of anything right now.
I just have a question.